Welcome to this beginning of human biology, where we are going to learn about the science of life. And the first topic are the characteristics of all life. So, this will help you figure out how you can tell life from life by looking at the 7 characteristics that are found in all life. And there's different ways of saying these 7 characteristics. Now, as you can look, this slide's kind of wordy, and this is going to be one of the wordiest slides that you're going to see from me. And I have 7 characteristics on this slide. So I'm not going to stay on this slide and talk about the 7 characteristics. I am going to have each characteristic on a separate slide, but for some of the characteristics, I'm going to have more than one slide. So I'm going to go through them one by one. Um, but what I want you to realize is that each characteristic, even though I have them listed as a certain name here, some of the characteristics can go by different names. For instance, the first one, which is I have listed as order, other books, other people will use the word organized. Life is ordered, life is organized, or life is complex. All of those things mean the same. Energy, we can talk about life uses energy, or life has nutrition or requires nutrition. Those terms mean the same thing. So use whichever of those terms means more to you and realize that they are synonymous with you. But the point I want you to get off this first slide is that things are alive only if it has all 7 of these characteristics at the same time. So if it used to have one of these characteristics but no longer does, that means it's no longer alive. So let's go through these 7 characteristics one by one so I can explain them a little bit. Some of them I'm going to go in a little bit more depth than others. So the first characteristic is that there is a hierarchy of organization. And so for this hierarchy, I'm going to start with the smallest little component, and that is something called an atom that you know about. And yes, I know an atom goes smaller. And in fact, here I have a picture of an atom with protons, neutrons, and electrons. This is not a chemistry class, although we will be spending our second topic of the week talking all about chemistry. But I know you did sign up for a chemistry class, so that will be the only session we will spend talking all about chemistry. So we're going to start with atoms. And from the atoms, we are going to take them and we are going to build molecules. So this is an example of a water molecule. Looks kind of like Mickey Mouse ears, right? That's how you can recognize it as water. And from molecules, we can take them and we can build organelles. So previously in high school, middle school, grade school, you would have learned about organelles, including one that you learned was the powerhouse of the cell, and that was mitochondria. And this is an example of one mitochondrion. Okay, a typical organelle found in both plants and animals. And there's lots of different types of organelles, which we will learn about in a week or so. So this is just a classic one. And so all these organelles, along with other things, we're going to put together and make cells. So do you see how we're going from smaller to bigger to bigger to bigger? Okay. Now we're going to change slightly because now we're going to put in specific wordage. When we have 2 or more cells that work together with a common purpose. Okay, so did you get that? 2 or more working together for a common purpose. So 2 or more cells working together for a common purpose, they are going to form tissues. And by tissues, I don't mean Kleenex. Okay. Tissues are something specific. We will be talking about them in a couple of weeks. In humans, we've got 4 different types of tissues. This is an example of one of the types of tissues. This is a type of muscle tissue that we will learn about. Now, I told you there were four types of tissue. So when we have, take that same definition, two or more types of tissue working together for a common goal. Now we're going to form organs. Do you recognize this organ? Yes, that's right. That's a human brain. Yeah. And so let's stick with that same definition. Can you say it yourself before I say it? That's right. Two or more organs working together for a common goal are going to form an organ system. Now, what organ system do you think the brain's going to belong to? It would be the nervous system. So this is not the nervous system. This is a picture of the digestive system, and this is a picture of small intestine and large intestine. Okay. So now our definition is going to change. So that definition was only valid for cells, tissues, and organs, but it was a definition that you really should know. At this point, what you need to realize is humans have 11 organ systems. Yes, we have 11. And the reason why we can't say two or more working together is because we need all 11 organ systems to be working together for the common goal of staying alive. Because if only 10 organ systems are working, we die. Now, not all things that are alive have 11 organ systems. Humans do, but not everything else. So whatever is alive needs all their organ systems working together for a common goal to form that organism. Whether it's a tardy branch, whether it's a cockroach, whether it's a human. And once we have multiples of that specific organism staying in one species, for humans staying as Homo sapiens. So if we're staying in one species, whoops, if we're staying in one species, that is what is called a population. So we're very specific now. A population is one species of the same organism at the same time in the same place. Okay. So it's both time and place and dependent as well as species. So if we want to put multiple species together, if you want to include the ants you might have in the building or the cockroaches that might be in the building you're at, as well as the people in the building you are at, that would be a community. So notice this natural science definition of a community is populations of different species at the same time. This is totally different than the social science definition of community. Okay? So make sure you understand the difference. And now you still see there's white space on the slide, so we've got two more places to go. In addition to different species at the same location at the same time, we're now going to throw in things that are not alive, and that is going to create an ecosystem. So both living and non-living components create our ecosystem. And then our last level, our biggest level of organization is the biosphere, which is all parts of the planet that will support life. All right. So take a moment, work your way through this before you continue. All right. So that's the first of the 7 characteristics of life. Okay. And with these characteristics of life, what you need to realize in the multicellular organisms, interactions of the smaller parts alone have specific properties that the individual parts don't. So, for instance, when we look at humans, we have our entire body has stuff that any one organ system alone can't do. And each organ system can do stuff that one specific organ can't do. And one specific organ can do things that one specific tissue can do. And one specific tissue can do stuff that one specific cell can do. Okay. So the whole is greater than just the sum of the parts when you look at it. Whereas in single cell organisms, that doesn't happen. And the second property I want you to become aware of has to do with structure and function. They are independent, but they change each other. So when we talk about structure, this is at the anatomy part of things. What is it made of? What does it look like? That's the anatomy. The function is the physiology. What does it do? What's its job? And you started learning about this way back when you were kids, and you learned about the 3 little pigs and their straw house and the wood house and the brick house, and how the big bad wolf came along and could blow down the straw house and could, or and the fire or the winds could blow down the wood house, but neither could affect the brick house. Well, that's because they didn't have earthquakes, because we know earthquake could break down the brick house. Okay. So different structures have different functions. So when we are learning about the human body, if there is a change in structure, you need to stop and ask yourself and go, whoa, okay, structure has changed. Therefore, function must have changed. It's that simple. There was a reason why the structure changed. So you need to figure out why. What's the new job? Okay. So, quick think for you. Once I pose the question, stop and think and try to figure out your answer, after which scroll back and see if you have the correct answer. I want you to think that you are in the learning center. And in the learning center, you are there. The tutors are there. There might be a teacher there. There's staff people there. Cleaning crew might be there. Which you've got desks there. What level are you at? Okay, the second characteristic of life has to do with energy transformation. Remember, we can't create energy. So in this case, energy from the sun is being used to create nutrients, which is being used for food for organism, which is going to be used for metabolism. And so in humans, basically, we are going to consume proteins, carbohydrates, and lipids and break them down into amino acids, sugars, and fatty acids. And that is how we are going to be able to do the things that we can do And basically, with these components, we are going to use them as the source of our energy. We're going to be making ATP because that's what our body needs in order to be able to do anything. So, we will be learning more about this, how we create this energy. We'll be learning more about this in this first introductory section of the course. So, just to take a moment to review what you probably learned in grade school, you learned the whole who eats what system, not super important for this class, but just to refresh your memory. There was this whole triangle, and down here at the bottom, you had the decomposers, and those were consumers who got their nutrients from dead organisms and organic waste. So think we had like mushrooms down there, and you have some um, organisms, some slimes and things like that that would grow and could get nutrients from the soil. And then you had primary producers that would get their energy and nutrients from the soil and the sun. And we would have plants that would grow. And then we could have um, consumers that would get nutrients from eating other organisms. And so vegetarians could get them from primary producers, and we would have cows that would get them from that. And then we have humans that would get them from cows and pigs and plants as well. So, like, we're kind of like at the top of the pyramid because we don't care. We can eat everything below us. So, um, just putting that out there. All right. The next characteristic is reproduction. And when I say reproduction in college, students usually go to sex. Okay. So you're thinking reproduction of the species, where we have a little sperm going to, and the fastest swimmer, unless there's something to prevent it, becomes daddy. Not necessarily. Okay. But reproduction doesn't necessarily mean creating offspring. It also means reproduction of the cells, because the cells that you have in your body now are not the same cells you had when you were born. Our cells do not last 100 years. They have finite lifespans, like the cells on your skin turn over every 10 to 14 days. The cells inside your gastrointestinal tract and your lining turn over after about a week to 14 days. All right. So in species reproduction, when we look at living things, this is how DNA is transmitted from parent to offspring. There's two general ways this happens. Asexual reproduction, the offspring and the parents are identical. This is what amoeba, paramecium, starfish, potatoes, hydras, this is how they do it. This is not how it happens in humans. We have sexual reproduction where genes come from two parents, and so we have new combinations of traits that are inherited um, through processes which involve mitosis and meiosis, which we will learn about later. And not only does this happen in humans, this also happens in flowering plants. So if you were taking regular introduction to biology, you would be dissecting a plant in lab this semester to be learning about this. Well, we're not, so you're just going to have to learn about it. How it happens in males and females, and it's actually different in men and women, which is fascinating. Okay, and then so the other thing that occurs besides reproduction is growth and development. So you can see this is what it looked like when you were still inside your mother in her uterus, and then you develop like this in her uterus, and like this when you were first born, and you continue to develop, and you had soft little skin at the beginning, and then but as you continue to age, your skin changes and wrinkles because you get solar damage, you don't contain as much moisture, so use that SPF. And what's interesting is your cells with all their cell surface markers Um, and their cell signaling, they specialize and they get specific job, and that's just fascinating. So just like you specialize and you're going to have a specific job to do when you grow up, your cells did the same thing. And some cells can change jobs when they get new messages, just like some adults will change jobs. I change jobs. Lots of adults will have multiple jobs over their lifespan. So don't think, just because whatever you decided you were going to do when you're 16, 17, or 18 years old, you're stuck with that for the next 50 years of your life. You can change your mind. That's okay. All right. The next characteristic is that we are responsive to our environment. So we all know if we step on a tack or if you step on some Legos left on the ground, you are going to respond not only by picking up your foot, but by saying some choice four-letter words. But not only are we responsive to our external environment, we're responsive to our internal environment. When you're hungry, first thing in the morning when you wake up, I gotta pee, I gotta pee, I gotta pee. Or when you just chugged a big Starbucks before you go into a 3-hour lecture, halfway through, you're going, oh my God, is that professor ever gonna give us a break? I gotta go to the bathroom. Like I should have gone before class started and I didn't. Okay. So we're very responsive to internal and external environments. Okay. And so not only are humans responsive, so are other living things. So look at this four-legged fluffy creature. See how fluffy it is in the winter where it has its winter coat, as opposed to in the summer when it's hot. It doesn't have nearly as much fur. And look at these animals. This hare in the winter has a white coat, so it totally blends in with the snow. And even this critter has a lot more white in the winter, so it blends in more, as opposed to in the summer where it's going to blend in more with the woodlands. Okay. The next concept is something known as homeostasis. So go ahead and say that word, homeostasis. So stasis is a term that kind of means staying the same. Okay. And what this means is our internal environments stay within certain limits. Okay. So an example of this is our blood levels of all of our chemistry stay within certain limits. Our blood glucose, our calcium, our potassium, everything, even our temperatures. And so oftentimes I ask students, what's your body's normal temperature? And they go 98.6. And I go, actually, no, it's a range. Anywhere between 97 and 100 is normal. Early in the morning, 5, 6 o'clock, your body temperature is not going to be 98.6. It's going to be probably in the 97s or around 98. In the evening, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock at night, it's probably going to be around 99, 99 something. That's normal. It fluctuates up and down during the day. Okay. So here's what happens. As your temperature goes up and down, there's a little sensor in your brain, and this little part of your brain in your limbic system, this little part of your brain called the hypothalamus. And it's reading your temperature. And when your temperature goes up, it's going, temperature's going up. And then it sends messengers out to your body saying, temperature is going up. Kind of like a thermostat in your house goes, temperature in the house is going up. In your house, it would say, turn on the air conditioning. In your body, it says, dilate your peripheral blood vessels. So the blood vessels in your superficial area of your skin will dilate. Your face becomes a little bit red because you'll get more blood going to the surface of your skin. You're going to sweat a little bit. When the air goes over the surface of your skin, you're going to feel a little bit cooler. Your body temperature is going to go down. Okay? It's going to let your body temperature go down. It's going to go lower than 98.6. When it goes down a little bit lower, the little sensor is going to say, okay, low enough. And just like your thermostat will turn off the air conditioner, the sensor in your body is going to say, good enough. It's going to stop dilating those blood vessels. They're going to narrow back down. And it's going to let your body temperature rise back up. And so all day long, your body is doing this, keeping you in that normal range known as homeostasis. And your body does this for all your internal environments all day long without you even knowing it. Isn't that freaking amazing? So here's the homeostasis you have to do the next 16 weeks. You're a student. You may also have an outside job. You may also have family responsibilities. Here's your juggling act, your homeostasis. You've got studying, if nothing else. On your study side, you've also got job, family, other stuff, maybe church, who knows what else. And then you've got the fun stuff in life you want to do. You've got this balancing act. You've got to figure out your own homeostasis for the next 15 weeks. How are you going to be successful? Okay. The next thing that has to happen in order to be alive is evolution. Now, first off, evolution does not happen in one generation. So technically, it doesn't happen in your life. It's a change in genes of a population over multiple generations, but your life contributes to the evolution. Okay. It requires adaptation to the environment, and this evolution is going to explain the similarities and it's also going to explain the diversity. Okay. And so, yes, this evolution is what allows you to survive. But survival is not the end goal. Because look at it this way, if the only thing that happens is you survive, then you die, that's the end of the species. So not only do you have to survive, you have to be able to reproduce successfully. So you have to survive and adapt. Okay. So going back to Darwin, when he came around South America and he went to the Galapagos Islands, and these islands were separated geographically by hundreds and thousands of miles from South America. And he had all these finches, and they're all related to each other. And you can notice that they look totally different as far as color gradations. And looking at the beaks, we have some beaks that are very pointed for going inside very narrow flowers in order to get food, whereas others have very big, thick beaks for breaking down thick seeds in order to get foods in very dark environments. This was evolution over hundreds and thousands of years for all of these finches. Similarities and yet differences. So let me show you an example of evolution, the what he wrote about the type of evolution he called natural selection. So, this is one mechanism of evolution. The increased reproductive success of certain organisms from a population based on inherited characteristics. So, the pictures show it on trees, white bark trees versus dark bark trees. But this is what happened in Europe with the advent of the Industrial Revolution. Um, when the changing from the 1800s to the 1900s, and it's especially prevalent in London, where they had a lot of white stone buildings. So if you can imagine a lot of white stone buildings in London, there were a lot of white moths on the buildings that would be hidden by the white stones, especially with the little gradations, with the marble, with the gray. And so when birds would come along, it was very easy pickings for them to pick off gray and black moths. And so basically, the natural selection was for the white moths to live and reproduce. Okay. Then, with the advent of the automobile, and there was no filters, and no, all the exhausts came along, and the exhaust coated the outside of the buildings, and over the next 50 years, the outside of the buildings turned from white to gray to essentially black. And so what happened was the white moths became the easy pickings, and the gray and black moths were the ones that were hidden. And so then natural selection changed for the other inherited characteristics. So this was a very quick turnover. Now realize moths don't take 50 years for reproduction. So this was over many, many generations for them. Okay. But that's an example of evolution. Okay. So that's it for the first lecture. Thank you. What I'd like for you to do now is to go back and either take that Pomodoro technique or that Feynman technique that you learned about in the Start Here module, and either take a sibling or a friend in your study group or a stuffed animal or a pet and go through this and teach it to somebody or something to make sure that you understand this material. And I will see you soon. Thank you for all your work.